named Ji, and she explains that he will make a good cleric. Rue notices that Sei has also evolved, and we learn that she has turned into a half-spell lord. But she wonders why she has strange markings on her body. They head outside, and Sei tests her powers by launching multiple fireballs, causing widespread destruction. She brags about her magic, telling Rue that the spell was basic, but he tells her he has seen enough, and we learn that she still hasn't reached her full potential, because she can still evolve into a spell lord. She receives new equipment to celebrate her milestone, and Rue realizes that the villagers are getting stronger. He watches the goblins as they train, and he realizes that his generation is performing better than the previous one, thinking it's because they were raised in a different environment. The next day, the goblins from the previous generation approach Rue, telling him that they've had enough, because they don't like the way he's running the village, so they want to leave. He bids them farewell, but they wonder why he isn't stopping them, so he explains that they're free to do whatever they want. He shows them a knife made of mithril, telling them to consider it as a parting gift, and he uses it to cut himself, before allowing them to have it. Rue sees an orc with a dead human, and he notes that the man has an interesting ability, so he kills the orc, and eats the man's body. He returns to the cave, where Spinel gives him a drink, and he realizes that it's beer, so he thanks her for creating it. Everyone gathers for a feast, as Rue tells them about the goblins that left the village, asking if anyone else wants to leave. But they remain silent, so he realizes that they're happy in the village, and they all drink together. After the feast, Rue uses his blood to create earrings, planning to use them to remotely communicate with the others. He makes the others wear it, and they're impressed that it's actually working. Gobi manages to defeat a Trihorn in one hit, but Rue notes that it's still alive. So he decides to use the ability he obtained from the human, which is known as the Monster Tamer, and the Trihorn gets back up, recognizing the goblins as its master. He realizes that the ability is useful, so he uses it to tame other creatures, thinking they could serve the people in his village. We see Rebellia fighting kobolds, and she's able to defeat 3 of them, as Rue notes that she's a competent fighter. She's about to eat, but she suddenly feels weird, realizing that she just unlocked a new job. She continues hunting monsters, and she's happy that she's making excellent progress. We learn that her new job is the Noir Soldier, and it allows her to level up faster, but she needs to keep consuming monsters to survive. She tells him that the humans have arrived in the woods, so he realizes that it's time for war. After some time, Rue senses a group of kobolds running to the cave, realizing that they're being chased by a horde of skeletons. So he orders his men to fight the skeletons, but they realize that their weapons aren't working, and he senses a powerful presence behind